20-year-old mother assaulted a Kroger's clerk in front of her 1-year-old daughter on Tuesday. After the self checkout at the St. Clair Shores Kroger, Shelby Parham walked up to the clerk, a 49-year-old woman, and hit her in the face, knocking her flat on the ground, rendering her unconscious and resulting in a head injury. The incident was captured on Kroger's security cameras. Some words were exchanged before the incident. Parham's bridge card allegedly did not have enough money to cover what she had rung up. She asked for assistance in deducting some items, but the clerk could not help at the moment. Quote, the employee walked away from her. The defendant was upset and followed her and struck her in the face. The victim did lose consciousness for a bit and was transported to the hospital for treatment of a head injury. Parham's 1-year-old daughter was seated in the shopping cart as the assault unfolded. Police arrived at Kroger on 9 Mile and Harper Avenue within minutes and took Parham into custody. Parham is now facing a misdemeanor charge. However, it is an enhanced charge of aggravated assault. The officer stated, quote, it's obviously very clear cut. There's no question as to who's at fault here. The clerk sustained a black eye and is suffering from headaches due to the assault. She is currently taking time off from work and resting at home. Parham doesn't have any prior charges, according to police. So, for this misdemeanor, she was given a $1,000 personal bond. She is currently out of custody, but could face up to 1 year in prison if convicted. Carrier is asking the public to take an extra second this holiday season before doing something they will regret. Quote, everybody can be stressed out, right? There's got to be a better resolution than violence. Let's just be real for a minute here. And of course, I'm going to say something that a lot of people are not going to like. This is hood rat mentality. This is hood rat behavior. You mean to tell me that you, as a grown ass woman who decided to open your legs and you wanted to sit up there and bring a child into this world, you can't even afford for yourself. So then you decide to bring a child directly into the situation of which you can't even help yourself directly out of. So your bridge card runs directly out of money. And you're angry about that, right? So then when the clerk couldn't help you, because normally for those situations you would need a manager because they have to actually enter in a code, they have to go through and try to avoid a lot of stuff. It's actually a hassle and it's a lot of work, right? So she more than likely couldn't actually do that. She more than likely had to wait for somebody else who was more well equipped and more experienced to actually do it, or she had to possibly go help another customer. So the mother of one decided that I'm more important. You came over here. You should have been the one to sit up there and help me. I'm getting angry. I'm getting frustrated. I feel like I'm not getting enough attention. So she hauls off with the big body that she got and decided to rhino blast directly into this clerk, knocking her into the floor. The clerk hits the back of her head, and then she still proceeds to hit the clerk. You have to be kidding me. I don't care if this woman does not have any priors. That clerk could have lost her life, all for no reason. Nobody said no racial because I get tired when I hear people. Oh, I'm gonna wait until I get more to the story. There was no racism involved, folks. There was no racism involved, folks. So waiting to try to hold your opinion for the story up until you gather, no, things sometimes when you look on the internet, things are as they appear. This is as they appear. You can look directly at her face and tell the type of person that she is. She does not care. She has no type of soul. Nothing. This is why she is clearly by herself at this moment in time in that Kroger. On top of the fact that she is showing such masculine behavior, her first thought process was to fly into a fit of anger and rage and go after somebody who is not physically coming after them. That Kroger employee was not trying to attack her. She was not trying to throw items at her. She did not assault her with words. She did not use a racial slur. But yet, this is what this woman decided to do. And she's a mother. She's a mother. So if this is how the mother acts in public, how do you think she acts when no cameras are around? This is stemming from a larger problem. Like I told people before, this is going to be an even larger problem, and people are not going to be able to fix it. It's going to reach to a critical mass, to a boiling point, and then people are going to want to stop and stare, like, oh, we need to do something about this right now before it's already worse. You're literally looking at cancer. You're literally able to see it step by step. You can see the growth. You can see what it's reaching towards. You can see what it's infecting. But yet people don't want to do anything. People always want to state that, oh, if you start critiquing women and doing all of this stuff, then you're not really help. No, no, when you have women out there that know that there's a problem, but they refuse to actually fix it, that's the cancer. That's the problem. It's not men critiquing these actions that's the problem. It's the women that are contributing, that are taking on these actions, that are also agreeing with these actions, who are making this an even larger problem than quote unquote the men who are highlighting and talking about this issue. That woman has a child directly in that cart. What do you think that that child is going to grow up to see every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year? How do you then think that that child growing up seeing that every single day is going to walk in everyday life in this world when they have to communicate with another human being? What are they going to do? They're going to lash out. They're going to go into a fit of rage, into a fit of anger. Why? Because, oh, mommy did it. Mommy does it. So it's okay. I can sit up there and do it too. Monkey see, monkey do. That's exactly what people do. But like I said before, nobody's going to pay attention up until it's too late. Nobody's going to pay attention and say anything up until it's too late. And then when it's too late, it's too late.